prehab, rehab, and doing what you thought was impossible. What's up, guys? It's Nate Johnson, owner and head trainer of Steel String Training. So this is going to be the second interview video that I've done, and I hope you guys are enjoying them. I think this one's going to be just as awesome as the first. Today I've got my friend Zach Thomas. I'm going to let him tell you guys a little bit about himself.
Hey guys, my name is Zach Thomas. I'm currently a nurse at Burn and Trauma ICU at UAB Hospital, and I've been training, I guess, about 9 years now.
And just to give you guys, just so you guys know, Zach and I go way back. We met freshman year of undergrad, and so we've known each other for, I guess, 5 years now, which has been pretty cool. So that is a long time to work out. 9 years is a long time. And I think it's interesting that you said that you started because of football, because the two reasons really I see that people start working out are because of a sport, they want to get better at a sport, or because they want to change something about their body. So for me, I was 16, just finished track. I was really skinny, I wanted to get bigger. A lot of people out there trying to get leaner, or you got athletes who are trying to get better at their sport. But it's cool that you've continued working out this long, because I know that a lot of athletes, as soon as they get out of that structured working out, they drop off and they're like, I'm so tired of working out, because they've been told what to do for years and years. So what is it that, A, kept you motivated to continue training post-sports, and then what has, what has kept you motivated to continue training up until today?
So yeah, kind of like what you said, getting started, I definitely wanted just to be bigger. I wanted to be strong out on the football field and wanted to be better at what I did. Believe it or not, I was the lineman. I was 275, probably my heaviest, 220 now, so it's pretty hard to believe. But so trying to get stronger and just young, we wanted to be big. Yeah. It's classic teenage male.
Oh yeah.
So that was my motivation. And then I guess fast forward, continuing after high school, I guess there was kind of a lull after high school, because I was like, I knew I should keep working out just for like health reasons, and I guess personally I still kind of wanted to chase those gains that every young guy wants. So that was some, I guess, temporary motivation. But then the more I kind of got into it, the more it became a lifestyle. The more I learned about it, the more I wanted to get better, and the more I just enjoyed it in general. Yeah. And so I guess learning to enjoy the process of training, and not so much the temporary goals of training.
So I would imagine if you're anything like me, you saw a lot of sweet gains at the beginning, and it has slowed, excruciatingly slow. And I'm sure there have been months at a time, possibly years if you're anything like me, where you've stagnated, stalled, maybe even regressed some. How do you stay motivated even when things get hard? Because I think that's something, even people that start working out, they see that great progress for their first couple of years. And they've made a lot of progress, they're enjoying it, but then things slow down and they get discouraged and quit. I know you said it's a lifestyle, but how do you stay motivated? How do you keep showing up to the gym when you're losing strength or life gets crazy? How do you do that?
I think that's a problem for a lot of people, and I think it's kind of masked in the fitness industry. I think people are fooled into thinking like you should be making consistent progress till the day you die, as long as you're training hard. And that's just not the case. I mean, there's a few elite trainers or people who train that can kind of maintain that continual progression for a while. But for average guys like me and you, it's hard to do that. You have your ups and you have your downs. Yeah. And like you said, you got to find something that motivates you in those times when you're just kind of in the valley of training and don't have like the gains to keep you motivated.
Yeah. So it sounds like the journey is the goal. Even though, bigger biceps are never a bad thing, a bigger bench is never a bad thing, it's always a good thing. But that doesn't always happen, but just living out that lifestyle is enjoyable and a good thing. And it's interesting that you talk about technique, because that's something that I've had to confront as well. I think that, I kind of put the cart before the horse, and wanted big gains, and so I trained really hard, but I wasn't focusing on how I was training or what I was pouring that energy into. And I think that my results could have been better, especially in the early years, had I taken more focus on proper technique. And I think that it sounds to me like moving well is also a big thing for you, and that's something I kind of want to teach as well, especially going into physical therapy, is just seeing people move better, because people don't know how to move. They don't know how to squat. They don't know how to pick up stuff, just the basics of life. And so, you know, even though I'm only 23, you know, I'm starting to think longevity. And yeah, I want to be big, I want to be strong, but I also want to be able to do this when I'm 70, when I'm 80 as well, because I want more than just the bigger biceps or the bigger bench. But it sounds to me like training has brought you benefits outside the gym as well. Not just the way that you look, or not just the way that you perform in the gym or on the field, but because you say it's a lifestyle, how do you feel like it has improved your life, your quality of life?
I think mobility, for one, just overall, has impact in the gym and then just everyday life. You feel better. You feel better when you're working. Just joints in general. I think a lot of people live with just kind of nagging pains.
Yeah.
And I think mobility and proper form can really improve some of that chronic pain that people live with. So just overall better mood and quality of life.
Yeah.
And then I guess personally from the process of training, just learning how to set goals for yourself. I think it's important to have goals in life.
Yeah.
I think you should have a target to shoot for in whatever you do, or you're just kind of like wandering aimlessly. You might get to where you want to be, but you have a much more direct path whenever you set a goal.
Yeah.
And I know that's hard for me personally. I don't like planning.
Yeah.
So forcing myself to plan is sometimes, it takes a lot of discipline, but it's definitely very good to kind of practice that discipline and practice setting goals. And then another thing, just from the process of training, is those goals that you can attain, and just kind of that high you get from the gym is always temporary.
Yeah.
So the things in this world are definitely fleeting.
Yeah.
And it's good to enjoy them, and they're good things, but you can't base your life or what you do solely on those byproducts.
Yeah.
You ultimately have to enjoy it. I said it before, you just got to enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
So I think those are good things to keep in mind.
Right. So it sounds like if you're grounded, if your identity is grounded in the right place, and not allowing your identity to be wrapped up in your weights, or how much you bench, or you know how much you squat, or what you look like, but finding your identity in something else, something important. And for us as Christians, you know, finding our identity as Christ allows us to enjoy those things, but not put our hope in them. So we can enjoy them when they're good, and when they, you know, when they suck and we have a crappy workout, we can move beyond it because it doesn't matter. That's what I'm hearing. I like it.
It's sometimes hard to do that, but
It is, yeah. It's still, I still get pissed every time I miss a bench press PR attempt, which happens frequently.